I saw a Space Jam.
How do you get this to spin faster?
You twist the little knobby thing.
Two to the left, to the right. God damn it.
Wrong way, wrong way.
Why would there be a gradual switch for this?
I don't know. No, you start it off. Right? No, I have to make it slower. When it snaps, that's the fastest speed.
Alright, Q, get your list.
Where's my phone at? Oh, there. Alright.
Does he have your list?
Oh, it's on my phone. Never mind.
It's like way in the bag. You gotta do what you did with Yeah. What?
You put little Indians on it. Here we go.
Put Indians on it? Jesus.
You put, yeah.
Oh,
Which
I
is, I
remember
thought
that.
was incredibly racist. But,
Jesus, dude, you're gonna fry my hand in this light.
Shut up, man! You be a little bit, right? Is everything going on, bro?
Yes.
Are we live and local?
Super live. Super
hyper local, bro. Hyper
Alright,
local.
let's get a clap. Let's get a clap. Can we, you are jackasses. Can we get one clap? Okay. Alright, so let's hear about everyone's least favorite Fall Out Boy album.
That's impossible because it came out with one after that. Folie Deux is the best one, bro.
Alright.
You're gonna ask me anything particular about it because
I'm gonna ask why. Okay. I'm sure people hate the one after one.
the Phoenix.
Why is it your favorite? It is an odd choice.
It's the best written one
Why?
because the songs sound like songs and they don't sound like they're tied to a genre or a Warped Tour.
Okay, that's fair. So you feel like it stands its own. It doesn't look like it's trying to meet any. It is good.
Take This to Your Grave sounds like Warped Tour.
Yes.
All of it. What is it? What's this the one with Down Down and Dance Dance? It's like what? They're not as, but the songs are still less punky.
Mm-hmm.
Infinity on High, you can start seeing those elements. Hey, we like other shit, but Folie Deux is the package. Like, oh, this is now we did something completely different. The songs sound huge. There's guitar solos in it. Interesting features, different chord progressions, very little punk elements to it, more opera-related things. The lyric writing is a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
And like the only way you can ever find this out, hear the older Fall Out Boy shit. Do that.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it in perspective.
And think about it. They broke up after that album. They probably fell. And I always feel that band breakups aren't due to. I said due, but aren't due to. I don't want more money, rock, or fame, or whatever. They're like, yo, we can't make a better album next. We can't do it.
Except they totally did fight and break up.
Yeah, but it was probably because that was like the pinnacle.
Yeah, like what do you do after that?
I felt that that's exactly what happened. They hit their pinnacle songwriting wise. And remember at that time their formula was Pete wrote all the lyrics and Patrick Stump wrote all the songs. And the other guys had input. So that could create to extreme tension with the other guys and resentment and who else knows.
Bro, I want to play more metal drums.
Exactly. And so I think that's what happened. That's one of my favorites.
Have you ever dealt with that attitude in like real life?
Absolutely. It's the worst thing because
all you Travis Barker want to be stop.
Travis Barker's not even the half of it. It's just really people. I felt this album from the opening line of is amazing. Everything else they've done teeters in Warped Tour Avenue, and which is not bad. It's not for what if you see my list. It's stuff that I need a certain level of grandeur or a certain level of
this whole list is arena filling music.
Yeah, like I saw that arena. I saw that tour live. And I I saw them perform Coffees for Closers, and I was like, yo, this is ridiculous. It's huge. Their older songs, even due to how they recorded them or even what gear they used, it doesn't sound huge. This stuff sounds huge and really well mixed and produced.
All right, I think we're done. All right, not really. But for all this grandeur and appreciatedness, what song can you do without? And why?
None. I like them all evenly.
Is there?
I like more than others, of course.
With everything you've said, it goes without saying that all the musicians. It sounds like every instrument is serving the song and they're playing. Do you feel like there's any instrument that is maybe doing a little too much or could have been utilized more effectively? What would you do differently if you were that other guitar player?
No, that could.
Or what would you have said? What would you have said? Like, what input would you have given to the process?
With that album, I feel that the songs were probably written the most organically possible. I felt those songs were really written on piano and guitar and then brought up because of how when you have like orchestra parts and stuff like that, you're not really going to be able to write them. I felt that album they didn't write like a band. That's probably why I like it. I felt like they didn't just go in the studio and pick up their individual instruments and jam on it. That's probably why I love it so much.
That's probably why it creates so much tension then.
Yeah.
Because that sort of uniformity usually comes when one person's doing everything and being like, shut the fuck up.
But think about like the opposites. Your bass player who people say is irrelevant to that band because of how he plays and what kind of bass he plays, writes all the lyrics for it.
Yeah.
And then you have the guy who is basically a huge introvert, Patrick Stump, does all the music and he sings that way. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. It's pretty hard to write through an entire career's worth. Your lyrics are written by someone else who is like a polar opposite of you.
Yeah.
So. You know, that in itself is very confusing because they're two different people. Those guys are completely two different dudes. So different it eclipses the other guys in the band.
That was definitely a finite relationship.
But it's still working now. Now they gave it time to breathe and they came back and they're still doing amphitheater. So everything is fine with it. Mm-hmm. The problem was at that time I felt that was their pinnacle in writing, not popularity. Just in writing in general, and even now you hear the song after the Phoenix.
Yeah, you're right. No.
And that video we had with they have 2 Chainz or whatever. Those songs sound huge. They don't sound punk anymore. They're not playing Warped Tour stuff. So
that's because they've grown out of it, like all the other great Warped Tour bands.
Blink-182 never grew out of it. They just got better. They just got bigger venues they can't fill. They can easily headline Warped Tour every year, and at the end they're the ones that play in the amphitheaters. They could easily do that if they wanted to.
Why would they? That.
No, they will.
Who wants to tour Warped Tour?
I know, well, people who have never been on Warped Tour, but I know a lot of people who would consider them the godfathers of that. But I felt all the punk bands that I like either stayed punk and died out, or they transversed into something else. And these guys have stayed punk and lived forever. And it's like, how old can you be now performing those songs? But that's another story. I feel Fall Out Boy is the best band to leave Warped Tour and be a true punk.
Have those punk roots.
They did. They're actually, if you listen to I've heard even their demos, they were even doing hardcore stuff.
They were punk as fuck. Absolutely. Yeah. A bunch of high school kids.
Yeah. Anyways, I love Fall Out Boy. I'm done with that one. Press stop everywhere!
Because JP!